There was one Kayamita now. After he heard what I told you this morning, the Sammasambuddha, the first person he met, the merchant. Then after that, he asked who the teacher is. He said no teacher. Then he just walked away. So this Kayamita very smart, no. Wow, brother, till like that I must make additional aspiration, no. After making the aspiration of pure wish to meet out with the Buddha, I must also add, no. I must also recognize the Buddha. No? You understand, no? You make aspiration to meet, you meet lah, but cannot recognize. Oh. So this Imina Punyang Kamina also say, you invoke power of Mori to avoid the foolish, meet out with the wise and enlightened one, but you don't want to find out who are the foolish and who are the enlightened one. That thing can come, no, create condition for you. No. The foolish and the heedless one you cannot recognize, you will continue to mix with them, understand? No? Then the enlightened one, yeah, that can actually help you and guide you, but you look at him, ayo, how me to be here? Understand? Because they don't know all the vices, understand? They don't know how to take you for fun, gambling. Then you say, ayo, this one no fun. You continue your own way. So make aspiration to recognize the heedless. So who are the heedless? Who are the healers? You must know how to recognize. Then I like this Westerner. No? Last time there was somebody who asked the Western disciple Ajahn Chah, I think. I forgot which English monk really. They asked him, no, how do we know that that person is enlightened? The way he answered is very good. Huh? He said, the enlightened one don't have a chop up there to tell you he's enlightened or not. Not the Dato Tan Sri got title and got badge on the car. The enlightened one, very humble, very simple. Very difficult to recognize on. So the only way to recognize is what? To cultivate. When you cultivate, then you know they behave like that. But if you don't cultivate, very difficult to recognize on. Then how do you recognize the heedless? When you have mindfulness to see your own heedlessness, delusion, then you know who are the heedless. Those who break the precept, very easy. Those who break the precept, those who simply do things, speak all the harsh speech, wrong speech, never follow Noble Eightfold Path. That's why Xuan Hua very good. Xuan Hua said, you want to know whether he enlightened, you observe him. Whether he got greed or not, you see. 他有贪吗？如果还有贪 you make your own conclusion. So whether he got greed or not, he got selfishness or not, he got the negative emotion or not, whether he's self-centered or not, then whether there is any ego or not, delusion or not, that is how you see. And to do that, you must have mindfulness, understand? You must have good silent mind to observe. Then you will know. So if you cultivate that and make aditan under the yellow card, that life after life you must have this understanding, then no need to make additional aspiration. That's why the Buddha just say, just imina punyang kamina. Every night we do that. The closing puja, you all don't know. After Devo satu kali dah, then imina punyang kami. This is invoking power of merits or causes and conditions for you to avoid the foolish and the heedless. Meet up with the wise and the enlightened one, so that nibbana can be realized soon as possible. So all these are the additional understanding.
How many years ago I can't recall, but
many years back.
Last time, our devotional chanting in our so-called way place in Subang Jaya, we seldom have this paragraph imina punya kamina.
Okay.
We don't have it. We have the another version. So after my good karma to meet up with late brother Kenny Chan, I learned some chanting under him. He is from Sekya N.
Yeah, Sutra Malacca.
But
Yeah.
that is not here.
Uh,
But Sister Song
yeah,
is
yeah.
here.
I met him before, Kenny.
Yeah.
Uh,
From his way of teaching the chanting, then he
uh.
always encouraged us to
Add that
read
one
this
in.
paragraph.
Uh.
Imina punya
Yeah,
kamena
yeah, yeah.
mame bala
Yeah,
samagam
yeah, yeah.
satang samagam
Yeah,
hotu
yeah.
yavani bana patiya.
Yeah.
There's after that, I think 1 or 2 years, then I have the best affinity of my life to meet up with Brother Teo.
Sadhu.
So
Sadhu, sadhu.
there's the efficacy of this
Yeah,
paragraph.
yeah,
Please
yeah.
bear in mind.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
you chant, there is an efficacy. Means it creates the causes and condition, and it will respond where you are being sincere. Yeah. And when you seek, when you are sincere, I already told you 3 things. You have sincerity, faith, and perseverance. You will find the way. The path will be there. Yeah. Sincerity is very important. If you really want to seek truth, you must be sincere. Sincere means what? There is no deviation or no. I don't just because there is something very popular and people talk about it, everybody like uh, rush to it, understand? No? The stock market also same, booming that time, euphoric that time, everybody rush to it. So whatever that is popular, you have to find out whether it is the suitable one or not, truth or not. Otherwise, you can become gullible. So what is happening is, it is very important for you all to develop the understanding that do not be driven by greed. Understand? Greed for like very famous title or what. Sometimes the real one, yeah, are the what they call, they have the understanding, but they are very simple. They have a lot of humility. And sometimes when you approach them without condition, you ask them, they will respond very little. Or sometimes they don't want to respond. Then, unless they see affinity, they won't talk to you. So, to recognize the enlightened one, you need to really develop that aspiration, like what Ingbi mentioned. So, this imina punyang kamena, even though, let's say, you have not developed the understanding to recognize them, but if you are sincere, like I say, sincerity, Kantong Tian is what? Chen what? Chen Xing. It can actually cause heaven to Kantong is what? Huh? Move. King Saka, the chair become very hot. Then he will observe, he will ask, who is it? Then there must be somebody enlightened out there. So when you have sincerity, it moves heaven. Then when you have faith, it's a spiritual faculty and so. Then if you have the attitude or the parami to persevere, what you call persevere, yeah. Yeah. In Hokkien, I know how to say lah, pa si bo zhao. Means you persevere until you realize. That's how. You won't give up one. Perseverance, won't give up one. In Mandarin call what? 不放弃，对对，不放弃，means you will persevere. Correct 啦，不放弃 you will persevere. Understand? So this one is very important. Okay? So hopefully you understand why we invoke this. Understand? Our closing puja. In fact, all the opening puja, closing puja, and the whole puja is to help you. Because this one is formulated by Sakyamuni Buddha. Understand? So don't look down upon chanting, puja, and all these things. In fact, when you attend Buddhist activity, doing all these puja and whatever, or listening to Dhammasri, all the 10 meritorious actions you do, and I can tell you, one day, not to say 8 days or the retreat, one day, you cannot receive such wholesomeness and merit even for how many lifetime you might have cultivated if you don't have the causes and conditions and parami to attend. But also depend on your karma, how much you receive, understand? But if you really have the parami and can understand, I tell you, the merits or parami that you receive from attending this retreat, even one day, enough for your future. This type of merits and understanding is very different one, yeah, very penetrative one. Then it actually transforms your good karma. Then very high chance that in future, next sasana, you will be around. Understand? Because you have this. Understand? Otherwise, sasana are not easy to take birth one. You remember? 人生难得，佛法难闻. When you have this type of parami, this is very solid one. No? You will definitely have a condition to come, unless through your own karmic obstacle or karmic negativity, then it boomerang back. Then nothing you can do because nature's law. Understand? So do not create unnecessary doubt or negativity of thought process. As long as you rejoice, happy, like just now lunch, I was really rejoicing. I met Beng Phi. Then I met Michael. Oh, both of them told me the same thing. Oh, brother, thank you so much. I say, why? He said, very clear, no? He said, last time didn't go in, no? Oh. He said, after the example yesterday, today, now very clear the whole teaching. Very easy to understand, no? Can put to practice, no? Oh. Yeah, they say last time they learned bits and pieces here, there, everywhere. Oh.
I've always, for the past 6 months, been following Brother Teo's video.
Yeah.
Although I didn't join in the Zoom session, but I religiously follow him. Because when I follow him, on the video it's much easier.
Yeah.
When I go on my MRT ride, I can.
Then you can listen.
Then anytime I can listen to him.
Yeah.
At the same time, I always play back as and when I find certain thing that I may miss.
You may miss and interest you. You will actually rewind and listen. With this teaching, you have to listen many times unless your past is very strong. You listen one time only, you understand already.
Yes.
Like Hui Ning, like that. Otherwise, you have to listen many times. Even our own Kayamita listen so many times. Those who help me do the transcript, to transcribe 1 or 2 sentences, you have to listen a few times. We cannot really catch it until later they have the understanding. Like now, Ingbi, Alicia, when they help me to do the transcript, they all very clear. That's why at times I ask Ingbi to help me to check before forward to me the final one. That is how it is. So correct, you did it correctly.
I find it really a blessing to come across your teaching, Theo. And I find it, you are one of the only one I've seen in so far in my years of practice that you're able to relate the Theravada practice and the Mahayana practice.
Yes, and also to J. Krishnamurti.
I have never. In fact, I don't know anything about Mahayana practice until I came across you. I'm starting to realize the Mahayana practice, and hopefully you bring me along the path.
Oh, no problem. Sadhu. Then what you told me at the kitchen, you can repeat.
I think today's session, it come across even more clearer. And with the example given by Sister Sui, I think it really hit me. And one of the things that my take home from you, which I find it very practical, is that you always say things are what they are.
Yes.
Deluded people do deluded things.
Yes.
Foolish people do foolish things.
Violent people do violent
correct.
things.
I think that has sort of
Straighten your view, is it? So
Yeah.
that you can accept them for what they are, is it?
even though I don't have the sati,
Yeah.
but I feel when I interact with my friends,
Yes.
I always remember who they are
Ah.
because they always come up with certain things. I say,
Yeah,
"Oh,
yeah,
this guy
yeah.
is like that, so let's not get involved lah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Let him take his own karma lah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because if you try to get involved, then
Yeah.
you entangle in their karma.
Correct.
So that's something I'm very grateful to you.
Sadhu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
The other thing is that you say is a what? Mighty nature rolling by.
Yes.
That is also another.
Very powerful
Yes, very
advice
powerful.
or pointer.
Yes.
Because only nature's law operating one. Understand?
Yeah, I find that also very penetrating.
Yeah, it will help you in your understanding of life and cultivation. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Sadhu, let us rejoice. Yeah.
Just now lunchtime, I was just this morning talk. I was very impressed with the teaching. I find it very beneficial.
Beneficial.
So I was sharing with the brothers still during the lunch, and that it helped me to understand the Buddha teaching. Somehow, of all the retreat I attended, this is the most beneficial retreat that I ever attended.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
It helps. I think it will be very helpful.
Yeah, this is applicable to life.
Day-to-day life,
and you can apply it. Like Bengfi say, although sati not stable yet, but this is wisdom, like Sui, he can penetrate to wisdom one. That's why I asked you, the five ascetic, when listening to the Buddha, the first sermon and the Anatta Lakkhana, you think they meditate? They also did meditate. They attentively listen, and it awakened them. Understand? Because through understanding, when you understand, you awaken. That when you awaken, you change, then you understand what truth is. Then later on, you read my instruction again, you can go into that awareness state very easily. Just now there is a question here, how long does it take you to settle down? You remember that question? What did I say? You had done it, the awareness-based meditation correctly and have the understanding within minutes. And I myself did it. Anytime I want to go into that state, I can go into that state. And in fact, most of the time throughout the day, I'm already with the true mind, the true nature. It's only whether I want to go into stillness or not. It's up to me. So all those that have the spiritual faculty and the understanding and already detected the awareness nature, can stabilize it, they can be in that state anytime.
I must thank you. It's so practical and so beneficial, so useful for day-to-day life.
Yes.
How we handle so-called problems.
Correct.
Which we have to learn to accept the way things are.
Very good. Sadhu.
Thank you so much.
Rejoice. Let us rejoice.